Hey everyone, it's me, Finn, here to welcome you to another episode of Warriors of Good Chaos, The Return of Strahd. This is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition gameplay podcast that follows the Curse of Strahd storyline and features the tales of a motley team of slightly dysfunctional adventurers from across the Forgotten Realms who have joined forces in friendship against evil as the Warriors of Good Chaos. So, the Warriors of Good Chaos are currently trapped inside Durst Manor, a derelict mansion on Old Sphalic Road, about 8 miles east of the village of Barovia. Durst Manor is the ancestral home of the Durst family, and its most recent occupants were Gustav and Elizabeth Durst, along with their 3 children, Rosavalda, Thornbolt, and Walter. Our team was lured into the house by 2 kids, Rose and Thorn, asking us for help to rescue their baby brother from an evil monster who was supposedly in the basement. When we got inside, the same creepy mist that we've been dealing with this entire time rose up outside, essentially trapping us in here. After a bit more exploration of the inside of the house, we began to realize that this house holds an evil that none of us in our lives have ever encountered or even imagined possible. To start, Rose and Thorn, yeah, they were just ghosts. They'd been killed centuries ago by their own family. We know because we found their skeletons laying in their old bedroom. Not gonna lie, it kinda messed with us. I mean, we weren't particularly normal to begin with, but something about seeing innocence and love just laying is not only stolen, but forgotten, and left to mold and rot for centuries. It just messed us up, okay? Especially Gnus. When we got here, I vowed not to let anything else happen to him or Tard. They're as good as my brothers, but something about the way Rose and Thorn died in each other's arms just made me want to fight again. That could have easily been us laying there. It's not fair. Anyways, we put the 2 skeletons to rest in a coffin that had been prepared for them, but never used. I'd have preferred to bury them somewhere with nice wildflowers and wind and rain and animals and stuff, but Thorn specifically asked to stay with the house. Kinda weird, but gotta respect the wishes of the dead, I guess. All that matters is that they're at peace now. But for the Warriors of Good Chaos, we're far from it. With anger in our hearts and a renewed passion to spread good in this world, we took a short rest to collect ourselves. And now, we're setting off in search of whatever evil is said to lurk in this godforsaken basement, in dire need of a paint job. We are the Warriors of Good Chaos, and this is our story, bitches! Maybe we should check if the mist is gone and we can finally just leave this place? Maybe the door was the evil that Rose and Thorn were talking about.
I fear that may be optimistic, and evil still lurks in this place.
It was a pretty evil door.
As Crail says, Finn, you probably a bit optimistic. His words are being more empowered by the chanting heard in the basement.
I fear whatever evil the children were referring to is likely related to that ominous chanting we've been hearing.
Can you guys tell if it's one person chanting or if it's multiple people chanting?
Hard to say. Is it 6 or 12? It's hard to really understand the words that it's saying, but it says that the echo makes it maybe even sounding more than there is. So it's hard to say, but it's not one definitely.
I do not know, Cedric, but it sounds as if a whole choir of them are chanting in chorus.
Hold on a second, this isn't making any sense. Now, We've just been sat around for an hour, but before that, we had a pretty loud fight. Really loud. Like, if I was in a different room doing some chanting, I'm pretty sure I would have heard that. And if it's a group of people, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would have heard that. Why haven't they come looking for us?
Perhaps they cannot interrupt what they're chanting. I don't know.
This feels like a trap. We should all be very careful.
Finn joins in the chanting.
Deadly, no.
Sorry. Sorry, it's just really catchy.
Please, we don't know what this, whatever that ritual is trying to achieve. Let's not accidentally be part of some dark ritual.
Oh shit, you're right. What do you guys think it's saying?
As you move in here, you already a little bit decipher the words. You don't know the meaning, but you hear chanting a little bit, getting a shape of some kind of words. It says, "Он это вечность, он это земля, он это вечность, он это земля," and it continues and continues.
Does anyone else hear that? The words are more clear.
Yeah. Are they getting louder or something? I think they're coming from this direction. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Cedric, are you not going?
Yeah, I'm following and just making sure no one sneaks up on us and that this guard fellow actually does his job for once and is of some help to us rather than standing in a corner crossing his arms looking like a pathetic coward.
He's going behind Tart and just brushes his shoulder from dust as you talk.
Oh, no, don't be so hard on Pelagius. He seems like a great guy.
No, he doesn't.
Guys, are we doing this or what?
Oh yes, we're doing this. Cedric, I think that I should be the last in the walking order because Gnus points down at his body. I am kind of armored and I have a shield, so I guess you'd better keep in front of me.
Tart, can you give me a perception roll? Okay. As you passing, just let the Finn goes first, and you just look slightly back, and for a second you almost like struck with images and kind of afraid from what you saw on the other side. And here, you notice with a glimpse of your eye with the corner, a face, a familiar face that you've seen before. Face of Strahd. But you saw it just for a second as you was passing, as your vision captured it standing by the end of this room.
Guys, I see there is something fishing around there.
There's fish?
What is it, Tart?
I don't know what this is. I just caught a glimpse of it, so I'm not really sure, but I saw something weird from there. I will point with my hand. There is like a bigger room in there. You won't believe, but I thought I saw Strahd's face.
Tard, what the hell? You think you just saw Strahd's face? And she looks around the corner too.
How do you know what he looks like?
Oh, we saw him.
Well, that's an understatement, but yes, we know what he looks like because we fought and killed him. He kidnapped us, remember? And he's the reason we're here in the first place. Tard, do you really think you saw him? This is bad.
Maybe he's another ghost like the kids.
Or perhaps you saw a mural or a statue.
But Strahd's not supposed to be here yet.
He's not supposed to have a reflection either.
Yeah. That's a pretty bad point.
Tart, what, pray tell, do you mean by yet?
We kill him in the future.
Then why could he not be here now if we truly have been transported in the past?
Because I don't know, I guess it's too soon for him to be alive?
I mean,
How much do vampires live?
I do not know. He might actually in fact be dead, because if you remember what we discussed with the people at the inn before the gates, we reached the gates to Barovia, they told us that their master have been absent for around 6 years, and that's how long we've been here. That's when we presumably killed him, so maybe we killed him in fact. Maybe he is actually dead.
We went, if you didn't notice by the state of the house, we went even farther back in time.
But, Tard. It's okay, you will get it. It's okay.
Gnus, don't be a dick. Okay, listen, Tard could be right. In the tavern that we met Crail at, they did say that the time works different in Barovia, and that tavern wasn't in Barovia. So this place could even still be outside of time versus what we were in there.
No, but when we entered this house, it was like all crumbling and dusty and all the stuff. And when we slept, the house is now completely changed. I dare to say we traveled even farther back in time.
Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, it just completely eluded me.
Yeah, that's why now it's all wooden and more new than before.
That's what Cedric was saying. Cedric, you were dancing around saying we're time travelers again.
Yep.
This is bad. You guys, if Strahd is alive, then we are in big trouble. We have to get out of here.
If we have gone back in time, then Strahd doesn't know who you are yet. He hasn't met you. Because you haven't been born yet, because what, you're like 20 or so? And if we've gone back in time further than that, then you're not alive here yet, so he doesn't know you, and he doesn't know the rest of the people, so he doesn't know who we are. So that means we've got the upper hand, we've got some sort of advantage.
I'm 128, I'll have you know.
I gotta say, I got to further expand on that. If we actually did went back in time and Strahd is alive and well, he still would not probably recognize you, Finn, because you really changed over those past years.
Yes. I know.
We need to get moving.
Yes.
Look at doing all this chatting.
Yes, oh my god.
This hall.
The chanting is getting more frivolous by the moment. We need to stop it.
So, we walked deeper and deeper into the heart of the basement. Me, Gnus, and Tard, along with our two new friends, Crail and Cedric, and also a very shady-seeming guard named Pelagius. I mean, Cedric doesn't trust Pelagius at all, but Gnus loves him. Gnus just loves everyone. So honestly, I'm with Cedric on this one. We found a reliquary full of dark and downright evil items, including a varnished orb made from a Nothic's eyeball, a cracked egg containing the skeletal remains of an infant dragon, an angel feather, a wooden mummy doll, a cloak made from the skin of a ghoul, and most disturbing of all, a small, mummified goblin's hand with sharp claws. I feel sick when I think about how much it looks like Duz's hand. But there's no way it could be his. It looks like it was mummified centuries ago. Anyways, Tard grabbed a dagger that looks like it was made from human bone. We all yelled at him, because we had all agreed not to touch any of this evil-ass looking shit. He apologized, and he looked so sad. So I gave him a big hug, because it's impossible to stay mad at him. Anyways, Tard took the dagger, we left the room, only to arrive at a closed iron gate with a chain to open it on the other side. Check it out.
As you guys look around, you don't find anything, but you do have a better look of the room inside. There is water a couple feet deep. There is a mechanism over here, like pulley mechanism that seems you see like most of it. If you just press your head a little bit towards the rust iron gate, you see that it's it's kind of circle thing that you need to roll it to lift up the gate. and you also see some kind of altar in the middle of it.
Here, Finn. Your magical glowy hand thing. Do you think you can make it, like, appear on the other side of this gate and grab that handle?
Nothing would please me more. And Finn casts Mage Hand and makes the hand like wiggle its way in between the bars and grasp onto the mechanism that would open the gate.
The click is a wheel that needs to be pulled, and it seems that there is some chain in there. You manage to pull somewhat, and the gates lift up a little bit, half a feet. But then you need to let go and go on from the top. Basically, it needs two hands to be lifted.
I'm guessing Finn like full on like tries it and pulls, and then it's just like dangles there, and he just goes, "Well, shit. Now what?"
Buddy, will you forgive me? Will you forgive me?
Yeah, sure.
Forgive you for what?
Yes.
I will use my face step to appear at the other side of the gate and start rolling the...
Tard, be careful. We don't know what dangers lurk over there.
As he asks for forgiveness, 1 second he's here, 1 second he's there. As he disappears,
Oh no, that's music, shame.
the chanting instantly stops. As Tard peer into 40-foot square room. The smooth masonry walls provide excellent acoustics. Featureless stone pillars support the ceiling, and the breach in the west wall leads to a dark cave heaped with refuse. Murky water covers most of the floor. Stairs lead up to dry stone ledges that hug the walls. In the middle of the room, most stairs rise to form an octagonal dais that also rises above the water. Rusty chains with shackles dangle from the ceiling directly above the stone altar mounted on the dais. The altar is curved with the hideous depiction of grasping souls and stained with the dry blood.
Tar, as he hears that the chanting stopped, he will start panicking and grab quickly on the wheel and try to move it as fast as this hand can do it.
Gnus is helping him by just pulling up the gate.
I'm helping Gnus.
I'm helping Crail, while also casting Mage Hand and patting Tard on the back and going, "Shh, it's okay, Tard, it's okay, it's okay."
Gates are being Gates lifts us up, creaks and shrouds. There is some stone, small stones and kind of railings when they have to be lifted, but you crush those small stones and the gateway is open. Though, if Tard releases it,
Tar will grab
fall down.
the amber, the sword, the short knife.
The dagger with the amber stone.
Yeah, I will pull it in the wheel to try to stop it from moving.
Okay. So the gates are lifted and everybody's free to walk in if needed.
Tard, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but please don't rush ahead in the future. I would never forgive myself if something terrible happened to you on my watch.
Again.
Again.
Yeah, Tard, like, thank you for opening the gate and stuff, but seriously, we care about you, okay? Don't pull that. Come on. Hey everyone! Before we continue with the adventure, I just wanted to take a moment to remind you to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Your support helps us create more content for you and for the rest of the Warriors of Good Chaos community. Now, let's get back to the action.
You feel all the room full of some evil from here, but all the room pulsates with evil energy.
God, how do you know? Did you smell it again?
It does actually smell awful for others as well.
God damn it, Tard, not again.
It seems that lots of bodies of someone, something, ghouls or humans or some other creatures, kind of bunch of meat, rotting meat and flesh rotting away in there.
Gosh, I don't know. It seems like this room is just going on and on into the darkness. I don't know how long the room is. Gnus, like a shadow, will slowly move towards other side of the room to notice that it actually ends, and it is mostly a square room, but there is some filth. What is this? What can Gnasi deduce? What's there?
You, Crail, you long time, if ever, you felt this kind of, like, not only the evil you feel, it's just looking or trying to feel it makes you depressed deep in your heart. Like, as soon as you like felt it, you did not want to like feel it again ever, probably. It darkens your soul just by digging deeper into it.
And with his normal sense, does Gnus feel anything when looking at it, except the foul smell?
No, just the foul smell.
Oh, that reeks. Holy shit.
What's in the middle?
In the middle is the dais, and on top of it is altar. It seems sacrificial nature, and there is chains hanging from the ceiling above it.
As everybody's walking towards like the stinky pile on the south side of the room, Finn notices that Cedric is still standing up at the north side of the room underneath the gate. So she calls to him, Cedric! Cedric, what are you doing out there by yourself? Are you coming or not?
Cedric is lingering just at the entrance of the room, but he hasn't quite crossed over from where the metal gate is yet, and he's watching the others sink into the darkness.
Yes, Ignace would like to try and see anything that stands out on the altar, on the desk. Is it some kind of a desk, right?
Yeah, some kind of desk.
Yes,
Yeah.
so if there is anything standing out on the desk, but he would try not to step on the middle of the altar, just try to see everything from the stairs he's standing on.
Okay, from the stairs where you're standing from, there is a couple of things on the altar. Give me a second, and a little bit, yeah, you're just trying to look
Yes.
at it. Yeah, plainly what you see, there is a dagger on top of it. There is dried blood on the dagger. Yeah, there is a dagger and just chains like hanging on top of it, and like plenty of blood on the dried blood on the top of the altar and a dagger. But yeah, the chains on top of it. That's what you see plainly from there.
Okay.
From the kind of outside
Yes, yes.
observation, yeah.
Roughly how old does the blood on the dagger seem?
Old. It's
Very old.
yeah, it's pretty old. It's almost like the same old as was the nurse with the the sheets that
Okay.
maybe not nurse or some creature or that looked like nurse.
Yes.
Her bones and sheets was kind of same old probably. Like it's other things that you notice. Some things was centuries old, and it's kind of slightly bigger difference from other things, but yeah, this seems a bit more fresh, but definitely old.
Does it seem like there is anything to notice from any compartments that he could open, or anything that obscured when he's on the stairs, but he could take a better look if he got on the pedestal on the center?
Well, it's hard to see. Can you roll me perception, actually?
Yes, of course. That's 18. Wow.
Yeah, you see plenty of carvings, like around and on top of it, and you don't see like the top of the table fully. There is some dried blood and just the colors and the knife, but on the sides of it you see mostly on the altar there is carvings of, as they say, like use the depiction of rasping ghouls.
Gnusy, what is it?
This altar is really making me feel uncomfortable. I really do not want to step on that. Finn,
Yes?
would you mind
Yes?
climbing on top of me? I will give you a lift, and could you try and see what's on the altar itself?
Piggyback, yes, okay. Okay, bed down.
Gnus bends down.
Okay.
Okay, okay, I'm on. Go.
Right. Roll. Yeah, roll perception with advantage.
Oh, shit.
You see some kind of markings on the table, like the dried blood is covering it, but yeah, you just see that there is something scraped onto it.
Gnus, there's like markings carved onto the sides of this thing, but I can't read them. Can you get any closer?
I don't think I could get any closer without stepping on the altar.
Shit.
On the pedestal.
Shit, okay. Put me down.
Here I go.
Thanks. At least that was kind of fun.
Crail and Cedric, did you notice anything? It seems like there is something on the altar, but I don't really feel like going closer to it.
How's it going in there? Did you find anything?
Cedric, yes! There's like this weird altar in the middle of the room and it's got writings on it and we can't read them because we're too scared to get close. And in the bottom of the room there's like this big pile of stinky goo. And we think there's a monster in it, I guess, I don't know.
And I think that might be the monster that the children were talking about. I believe if we want to get out of this house, that's our best bet.
You think this is the evil that they were talking about? What the hell do we do? That sounds like a suicide mission. If it's sleeping, we should just leave it be and come up with a plan that doesn't involve waking it up. Tard? Gnus?
I don't know, just doing what Crail said and
No.
striking first before
Seriously?
anything that it is strikes at us.
Gnusy, listen. You are probably the smartest out of all of us. Why are you so obsessed with the idea of just diving in head first? This is not like you. I don't get what's gotten into you, but if we follow Crail, we're gonna die. Cedric. Okay, Cedric, am I right?
Right, so you wanna poke the bear. Okay, well, Cedric looks up at the gate that he's not crossed yet. I'm getting the distinctive feeling that this is a trap and that if we do anything, this gate is going to drop and trap us in there with whatever's in there. So, Cedric will turn around. Oi, Plagueis! Pop over here.
Oh, yeah. It's safe over here.
Yeah, come towards me. Use your feet, walk across towards me.
What's happening?
Come here and I'll tell you.
He steps closer, but seems suspicious.
Come a little bit closer. It's a secret, I gotta whisper it to you.
He shakes his head. You're not fooling me, small person.
You don't strike me as though trustworthy, and whatever's in there might be a trap. What I'd like you to do is stand directly underneath this gate with your hands held high, so that if this gate drops, you will catch it, and that we will have a way to escape if this is a death trap.
He thinks for a second. So I'll be both one step here and one step inside, one step outside. Yeah, that seems logical. I can hold it. It better not squeeze me here. Don't mess around.
Oh, you're a big guy, I'm sure you could take it, and Cedric will finally step inside.
Finn picks up Cedric and spins him around and says, Brilliant! Brilliant!
You probably shouldn't be shouting. You might wake something up. Shh.
Oh, shit. You're right, and she puts them down and says, shh.
Right, so what's the plan? Are we killing something? Are we making a distraction? Is one of us sacrificing themselves for the greater good? What's the plan?
There's an evil down the south in a small alcove. We should strike it before it awakens. I'll go first. You all stand back.
That is exactly what we should not do, for frick's sake!
How about we all take flanking positions, and I'll go and wake it up, and then once it awake, you can all, attack it all at once.
Okay, I beg you guys to please listen to me. I don't want any of you to die. Okay? Fuck. The altar, guys! The altar probably has some more info on what we're dealing with down here. We should try again to read it.
Perhaps some of us, most of us, should get in position. The beast or whatever it is might awaken when we step foot on the pedestal, and someone should try and read if there's anything to be written.
Do you want me to try to read?
Yes.
Sure.
You're a man of the cloth, Dart. You can read, right?
Oh, you come closer to it. As you kind of bend a little bit to look, it's some dry blood covering parts of it. You want to clean it?
I will throw a prayer to the gods for help, to my guidance. I will try to clean it with.
Alright, it's, scrape it. It's pretty easy to be scraped. It reads the same thing that you start hearing. 1, you scrape the second word. Must. The third one. Die. As you read this, and even as you're reading this, everybody notice from the ceilings apparitions of dark cloaked figures, descends from the top of the ceiling, slowly surrounding, encircle all this area. As it lowers, it starts chanting, "One must die. Odin, Dolzhen, Umeret. Odin, Dolzhen, Umeret," and it continues, "One must die." And then again, in other dialect, "One must die. Odin, Dolzhen, Umeret." And these ghostly figures holding torches that subtracts light into them.
One must die? One of us must die?
I refuse to play the game of evil spirits.
Cedric is going to glance across the room. His eyes will settle on Crail. Then he looks over Crail's shoulder into the darkness. And Cedric is going to hold out his hand and hold his fingers and his thumbs together, and he's going to hold his action.
They want us to sacrifice one of us? Ew, these people are fucked!
Crail is going to say, "I refuse to play this game. No one will be sacrificed," and ready my action to call on my vows to make my sword empowered if need be.
One must die. One, and they continue to chant.
Gnus just looks around, first looking at the mass of pulsating whatever it is, then at Finn, Crail, and then Cedric, and seeing as they are preparing for something, Gnus will take one step forward to, if anything happens, block the not so tough members of the party from getting in harm's way, and he will take a dodge action.
Okay, Finn turns around and she just looks down and puts her head in her hands and runs her fingers through her hair and says, Grandpa, if you're there, we need you right now. We need you!
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
It's a 12.
You hear a voice. Yes! Why are you bothering me?
What?
Grandpa, you came! I knew I could count on you.
What sorcery is that?
Okay, so look, we're in this dungeon, and these people won't let us leave until we sacrifice something living. Are there any animals or mice or anything around, small animals that we can just quick and dirty get it over with and avoid having one of us die?
What were you saying? Oh yeah, you are right.
You feel as your arm lifts up and points at Crail's back. Your arm points at Crail's backpack.
I knew it.
Crail is an absolute animal.
You're a beast.
Fucking beast. Yes.
Not Crail, you dipshits, the dog! Grandpa is asking us to sacrifice Cedric III!
That is not happening.
I knew the old guy was crazy.
How did you do this? What's happening?
It's Grandpa, Grossi. He's been with us the whole time. He helped me help you. He came to me in my darkest hour, but I really don't get why he's trying to get us to hurt Cedric III.
One must die. One must die. One must die. Odin, Dolzhen, Umeret.
We are not making a sacrifice to these dark spirits.
Cedric clicks his fingers, and over in the corner, a bonfire erupts over whatever mound of rotting things are in that area.
As you do that, momentarily, chants stops. Longhorn Decayer, we awaken thee. Longhorn Decayer, we awaken thee. As the fire erupts inside of this flesh, you hear at the same time a baby cry. And then you see as creature starts appearing, moving, coming shaped together with baby cries. The huge creature made by flesh collects itself and starts rising as they continue to chant, "We awaken thee, we awaken thee."
Thank you for listening to this episode of Stories from the Misty Tavern, featuring the Warriors of Good Chaos. The Warriors of Good Chaos are Rick from the UK as Cedric, Shimon from Poland as Gnus, Nito from Chile as Strahd, James from the UK as Crail, Nicole from Canada as Finn, and Mindy from Lithuania as our Dungeon Master. To view a full 4-hour livestream from this week's session, containing a richer and more in-depth account of the story, map, tactics, and deleted scenes, please check out our YouTube using the handle @WarriorsOfGoodChaos. Thank you to Ywolf for allowing us to use their cover of Saffron's Scars by Cradle of Filth for our intro song. For more by Ywolf, you can visit them online at www.ywolfofficial.bandcamp.com. For more from Warriors of Good Chaos, you can follow our Instagram, which is @WarriorsOfGoodChaos. Or you can follow us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/WarriorsOfGoodChaos. Warriors of Good Chaos do not own any of the Curse of Strahd locations or NPCs, and all copyrighted materials belong to Wizards of the Coast. On behalf of our team, thank you for tuning in.
The Warriors of Good Chaos would also like to extend a special thank you to Almaz from Russia for playing the voice of Even Greycastle, aka Grandpa. Thank you for your ongoing support, brother. We miss you. All our love.